Okay. Hello YouTube. As always, I'm gonna see if it works. It does. Great. So today I'm gonna let's start with what I'm doing. As always, I'm writing a chat app, a simple chat app with a single channel in React and Redux and Golang. So recently we made it so that whenever you connect, you can see who is connected and it's live. If I close one connection, it disconnects. So that's cool. But what we're doing is every time someone connects or disconnects, we're sending the whole list. And what we want to do is just send the name, just the user that connected or disconnected. Because we don't need the whole list, we only need it at the beginning. So, and the state is kept in Redux, of course. And we use right now, if we go to index.jsx, whenever we receive people from the WebSocket, people is the type, an event, type of message. So it's basically this. If message type is people, then we emit the event people with a decoded array of connected users. And we take that array and just use Redux to replace the current array that's stored. So we're using set people, but we can also add a person or remove a person. And we're gonna use that. So we can, let's take a look at the reducer. As you can see, add person, it makes sure that there is no duplicates, so it basically filters out any previous occurrence of the person, and then it adds the person to the array, and remove person takes the ID of the guy and removes it. So first things first, if we see into this store, we actually use UID instead of ID because we changed it, but we haven't updated this, so we're gonna need to do that. UID. So that's it. And now we need the server to send a message whenever someone joins. So when someone joins, it gets passed to every single connection the message about the join, and through a channel, and then read it and just send the whole list. Instead of that, we want to send a single message that contains only the person that joined. So what we're gonna do is add a message type, which is going to be message join is sent whenever someone joins the chat. So type message join, it's a struct, and then let's call it a person, and that's a user. And now we add the type to this switch. What? No. Person. And that should be all that's required. So okay. So now we need to send that message. So okay, case service connection joins. So whenever someone joins, we don't need to lock it anymore or use that. We're gonna just retrieve the user. That's the right type, and just send a message join, and it's gonna be person, and the person is a user. Okay, and next, let's see. So that should work, and when we join it, yeah, unknown type person. That should be called join actually, but it works, as you can see. And that's that error is logged by our client here when it doesn't know what to do with a message. So the next thing we need to do is go to the client and tell the client what that means. So it should be join, not person. So let me quickly fix that. Let's join. Okay. And we're gonna emit an event join message data person. Okay, great. And we need a break so that it doesn't fall through. Alright. So now that we have that event, we can listen to it here. So client on join, and for now we're just gonna alert so that we see that it works. And let's try. Wonderful. So that works. So instead of doing that, now we can import add person from the actions file. This one. And what does it want? It wants a person. Okay, so a person is what we have. So what we can do is just do dispatch add person. Are the parentheses matched? Yes. And it should just work. But it doesn't. Interesting, we forgot. Let's see what's up with that. Huh. Set people. Why is this action set people? That's interesting. Oh, that's a bug. For some reason I use set people everywhere. That's not gonna work. Okay. Hey, it works. Great, but now what won't work is whenever someone quits, it will stay on the injured. Oh, okay. Because I thought the other test nickname guy would stay on the list because we don't send the quit message, but we actually, whenever someone quits, we still send the whole list. So we're gonna need to change that to sending just the user, so we need to do the same thing. We need to add a message. So that's gonna be message quit. Message quit is sent whenever someone quits the chat. Type message quit struct person user JSON person, so it's gonna be the same thing. All right, and we also need to do this, because message quit mtype equals quit, and we need to do the same thing in the client. Where is it? Client. So actually I'm gonna do it like that. Because the data is the same, it's data.person, so it's gonna work for both. And I need to wire it so that it works. Client on quit, so that needs to be a function. Person. Oh, and I need to import the action creator, remove person. Store, dispatch, remove person, and it takes the ID, right? Yep. So what we need to do is get that person's UID, and actually I'm also gonna change the signature of that function UID so that it reflects how it is actually named here. Yeah, and I actually need to do that because we changed it from ID to UID in the reducer. So in people we get UID, and hopefully that works. Let's try it. Test nickname too, and now when someone quits, it does the same thing. Why? Oh, okay, because we didn't implement that fully. So here we need to do this. User quits, and we're gonna do the same thing basically as above. Message quit, and the person is the user. Let's try again. Test nickname too. Okay, great. Join. Quit. Wonderful. By the way, it's test nickname 2 or sometimes test nickname 1 because I made it so that it uses a random user token. Half of the time it's test nickname 1 and the other half is test nickname 2, just for testing. The odds are enough so I can just refresh enough times. I didn't want to make some UI to choose the nickname because it's not needed, and because basically the nickname is gonna get assigned to a person via the backend, so there's no point implementing any UI around that because it's not gonna be used anyway. So that's good enough for testing. And okay, let's see. He joined, that's a thing. Join and quit. And as you can see, this guy joined and quit, and it works. So that was pretty fast, like 14 minutes. Alright, so let's commit that then. First we're gonna read it. So what we did here is, so okay, what we did, implement join and quit events, I guess. So what we did is handle join and quit from the server. I don't know, change UID from in the reducer. Dispatch all right. Oops, I broke something. Okay. I'm gonna move this up here because that's the first thing we did. Okay, commit and push. Let's see what are the warning again about. So just our logging stuff. So that's great. It works. So what else? If you watched my previous stream, you know that for some reason the responsive thingy didn't work. So like the thing where this panel collapses when the window gets too small. It now does, and it didn't work because I used to have a handler in this code, which is basically in the message list, which is not used right now, but it's implemented. So this component, basically this one, threw an error because it tried to access a property on an undefined object in the onResize event handler, which means whenever it got resized and it tried to re-render the app, it would fail because actually what it did, it tried to access the HTML element in JavaScript, but when we resized the window and the layout switched, the React component was unmounted, so the element didn't exist. And we tried to access it, and that made that wasn't possible, and it made React unable to render it. So it couldn't change it. And whenever we reloaded it, it was basically, it started from a blank state. But then it happened again when we wanted to make it bigger. So basically, and the error was thrown because I forgot to remove this event listener for resize when we, or maybe it was for scroll, I don't remember, when the component was unmounted. So I just added that and it worked. What I've done. Let me just fix the formatting because I don't like it. Formatting, fix, commit, push. And it is pushed. Okay. So what is the next thing we can implement? So this is done. This one is done. This one is done. So the next thing is gonna be messages. So we're gonna need a way to pass messages in the backend. So that's basically the final feature that we need. Okay, let's dig right into it. So let's see. We first need a way to send a message to the server. So it's gonna be this little thing here. So this component is I'm gonna move this over here. Why is it unknown? That's weird. Maybe because it's a functional component. But this is basically input.jsx. And it's got the send button and the input, the actual input. So what we're gonna do, first we're gonna start with adding an event handler for onClick. Or no. So we need to convert this to a class, so it's a stateful component, because we need to hold the state of the input. So what we're gonna do is do class export default class input extends React component. Okay, and this is gonna be the render function, so return function render. Oh, that's a class, so we don't need function. Okay, great. What's wrong? Input is already defined, of course. So let's rename this to styled input. Maybe text box. I don't know. Let's name it text box. Alright, so we need to... Does it use any props? It doesn't. So let's do this. We're gonna put the message in the state, and whenever it changes, actually, let's do value is this state message. Okay. Let's see. Now we can't type, and it is because we bound the value of this to the state, and whenever we press a key, it triggers a re-render in React, but the re-render sets the value back to this. So what we need to do is onChange, which happens before the re-render. We're gonna get the value and set the state. Set state to set message to event target value. So event, this is the event that happens, and the target is the element. So the value is the string with the text, and now we should be able to type. Wonderful, and it's in the state, as you can see here in the right there. Whenever I type, it gets updated. So now we want to handle also key down the enter for sending. So if e.keycode is 13, if I remember correctly. Let's see, console, or just alert, that's easier to spot, I guess. Enter. It's not. Is it on key down or weird? No. Okay, let's just log the event to see. Interesting. So, how's this? React on key down. How is it named? Oh, okay, so it is with down being the separate word. So it's K code probably. And yep, it works. Great. Okay, so we need a function like submit or send. It's going to access the state from this, so I'm gonna make it an arrow function so that it has, it's an event handler, so we're gonna make it an arrow function so that it always has access to the right this without binding, because you don't need to bind arrow functions. So, and let's make it log it for now. Console log this message, state message. And also, let's erase the state. Okay. After logging. And let's call it from here. This send. And from here. Blah blah, enter. Wonderful. And with the button. Okay, I need to make this focusable, so that's tab index 0 and roll button, I think. Yep. So now I can do blah, enter. Weird. Maybe it's because it's not an actual button. Interesting. How can I... What kind of element is that actually? That's a span. Make span clickable with enter key. Yeah, so I'm using this. So can I make it a button then? Or actually, maybe I can replace this span with something else. Can I use a different element, like a button, for example, because I don't want to wrap it. Blah 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 blah. So, oh, ARIA label. So maybe I need to do, no wait, that's label. Huh. So I probably just need to do it like this. Button, an actual button, HTML button. Remove this because that's not needed, and this too. and move this over there. What happened? My browser just crashed. Weird. Okay, now if we tab over to it, can we send it? Yes. We just need to fix this button. Yes. Glamorous button, and let's make it have no background. Can I make it like none? And no border, so that it's more like a div. Let's replace that with that. How about now? And it's black. It shouldn't be black, it should be white. Color white. That's great. So now we can press it and tab, enter. Wonderful, that works. Okay. So we log the message, right? Yes. So instead of logging the message, we need to actually send it. So we're gonna do this by having an event, probably, or maybe not. So we need a way to send it over. We need to access the WebSocket from here, so from the component. And the way I'm gonna do that is by using Redux func, which is a middleware for Redux. And what it can do, it allows for action creators to return functions, and whenever the action is dispatched, it gets called, the function that an action creator returned. And what we can do is we can, when creating this store, we can pass an extra argument for the action, as you can see here. So we can pass the client there. So first we're gonna need to actually implement sending the message here in the client. So let's do send message, and that's just gonna be text or like message, and it's gonna socket send JSON stringify. Gonna be type message data. Should be contents or something like that. Message, or actually contents. And now it's shorter. And this should be this.socket, and I actually need to store the socket here. So the socket is null, and when we connect, the socket is gonna be this socket equals socket, and we need to check if the socket is connected. So if this socket equals null, or this socket, how do we check if a socket is connected? JS check if WebSocket is connected. Ready state equals closed, or just not equals this socket open, or can I actually use WebSocket.open. Let's see. Great, that looks better. So if it's not open, we return from the function, and we could actually log an error. Or throw an error. Actually, I never threw an error in my life. JavaScript throw an error. I know in Golang you can do this and your own error, but I'm actually not sure how it works in JavaScript. Let's see, throw. So we can just do whatever. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw trying to send a message over a socket that's not connected. No, it works as return. Expected an object to be thrown. Let's do this. So it doesn't treat it as an object. So we're just gonna return and log an error. I don't want to deal with this right now. We could make a error object, like maybe there is something that's already there. No. Console error trying to send a message over and disconnected socket. Yeah. This is a valid use of console, I guess. Alright. So now we can send the message. Let's try actually doing it. Actually, is this stream even public? Or is it set to private? Oh dear, okay. Well, I don't share it anywhere anyway, so, but yeah. So let's name it part 1. Alright. Okay. Now let's stop this because my internet isn't fast enough to handle watching the stream and streaming the stream. It's public now. Alright. It's okay, I'm streaming for myself mainly. But that was kinda funny. It was set to private. What was I doing? I wanted to send a message, so client connect. Like. And that's where we need the hello message. Because we need to know when we are connected. So let's go. Case hello, this emit hello. Alright. And now we can do this. Client on hello, so we are connected. And then we can do client, send message, and now cats. Because cats are a nice thing. And now we're gonna send the message. So that's the input. Think? Yeah, the input. Alright. Did I break something? No, great. And what about the server? How does it handle this? It reads the message but doesn't know what to do with it, I guess. So it's messages. Oh, yeah. What's the default? There's no default actually. Huh. So it returns nothing. Okay. We're gonna add case message and let's do send because we don't want to name it message. Type equals message. Oh, that's the wrong because we don't actually send that type. Type contents. So it's a string. Am I correct? Where is it? Contents. Client, send message. Let's make it send actually. Actually, because this is message, we can't name it actually message. That kinda sucks because I don't want to name it message. Huh. I could name it. Oh, it could be a command. So I'm gonna rename everything to command. Because, yeah. Jeez, this rename thing is really slow. And it doesn't work. Okay. I'm gonna do it on my own. Can I actually like to message? Like, oh, I can just do this and see what does it do. It changes that. Let's make it case sensitive. And let's make it with a space. Alright. Yeah, so that's most of it. And now I'm gonna fix some others. So this is gonna be wrap comment and command, because IRC has comments, so I'm gonna use that name. Command. Okay. Wrap command, write command. Command. Read command. Command. I don't know why renaming doesn't work in Golang. It would be much easier. Alright. And what errors do we get? We get write message everywhere, so we're gonna replace write message with write command. Oh, yeah. Okay. Replace. For some reason there's a space there. Alright. Now let's do... Okay, message hello, that's gonna be Comment hello. Comment people. What else do we get? Comment pink. Comment pong. That's gonna look bad on a div. Wait, that's comment quit. We're gonna rename everything. What? What did I break? Because that's right command, of course. Let's find message. Can I rename it? Like, let's stop this because that might be breaking it. Let's hope for the best. Yeah, it worked. And here. Wonderful. So it sometimes works. There's no mention of message here. Comment. Comment. I'm almost done. Oops. Sorry for that. I almost dropped my microphone. But wait, messages that go. Wait, what? Is it actually Marshall comment? Oh, that's been. Nope. All right. Okay. So it's all command. So now it can be command message. All that work just for that. That's pretty stupid if you ask me. But I did it. Okay. And now we can send it, change it back to message. And that's actually gonna be receive, because this is how it's gonna look when we receive the message from a client. But when we send a message to the client, it's gonna have more data, like the timestamp, the username, and everything else, the UID. So this is just for receiving. Is sent by the client, and they want send a message to the chat. Right? It's documented. Need to support it here now. Case message data equals, not equals, command message receive. Great. Now we can actually decode the data. And here let's print the message nicely. So let's just say this is gonna be the nickname and this is the message. User, and that's a pointer for some reason. I don't remember why. Alright, let's compile. It's running. Let's reload. And what? It's like it doesn't send the message. My battery is low, I need to plug it in. Alright. So let's add some more logs. This is okay. Hello, it's me. And in the index.jsx, let's just log cats, because that's, I like cats. I have one. Here's the hello message, sends cats. And what does the server do? Nothing. Why? That's interesting. Case message. Let's try to, I'm gonna do this log print. It's gonna be comment data. Can I print it directly? Oh, it magically started to work. Fine. Okay. Test nickname cats. So sending the message works. Okay, so now we're gonna use Redux func to make an action that sends a message. We need to install it, so that's Redux func. Gonna open up a new terminal. Actually, yarn. That's a dev dependency. Or is it? Wait, it's not. It's not a dev dependency. Let's open packages.json to see Redux. Okay, it's where it should be. And now we need to figure out how to use it with React no, Redux dev tools. Because it uses its own thingy here. And there was some other way to do it. Yes, so it's like this. So I'm gonna need to do this. And then I can do compose. I need those. Apply middleware. And that's gonna be Redux tank. Right? Or something like that. Let me see. Import file. It's just. With extra argument. Oh. So we need to make the client before that. Client. And now it should work. So what we're gonna do now is add an action that can send a message. So let's just see if it compiles. So yarn dev. Does it work? It does. Oh, cats. So we're gonna add a func. Send message. Which is gonna be, it's gonna be contents. And it's gonna be another function which takes a client, and then this client send message contents. It's magic. Great. So what now? Let's see if it works. I'm gonna try to find.js. Oh, index. I'll replace this with dispatch. So it's gonna be store dispatch, send message, blah. Because that's what I wanna do. That's how I roll. Great. Does it work? It doesn't. Send message of undefined. That's interesting. What's undefined? Weird. So that's line 6. Oh. And why is that? Ah, that makes sense. Because I need dispatch. Because it got this thingy. And now, blah, it works. Wonderful. So now we can send messages over the WebSocket using Redux actions. So let's recap. We get a message type that has just the contents. The server receives it, and for now it just logs it. And the client, the actual WebSocket class thingy, has send message function that sends it. It looks like this. And then we have the action that is using Redux func that uses the client to send the message. So what we need to do now is connect input to Redux so that it can receive that action as a prop. So first, like static prop types, we need to specify that we want a function. React. Now prop types from prop types. Right. Prop types equals, let's make send message is prop types func is required. All right. So I'm kind of sleepy right now. Sorry for yawning. We have this function and we can use it. We can do this. And now we need a container. Let's get something simple like this one and copy it. That's no, that's input. Okay. So this it's not gonna have any of that, so just do this. I don't think I can pass. Actually, let me try. I'm gonna try to pass undefined or null and just do map dispatch to props. Oh, I get a thingy. So send message. It's gonna be dispatch send. Or actually, I can wait. First, I need to import the action because I'm not gonna do anything about it without it. So that's dot actions messages. Am I right? No. Am I right now? Yeah. And I'm gonna do this and import bind action creators from Redux. And what this function does is basically takes action creators, an object of action creators, and binds them to this dispatch. So whenever they get called, they are dispatched. It returns an object, a dict with functions like send message that automatically dispatch. So I can do this. Can I do null here? I hope that I can, because that would be simpler. That's input, 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 everything's fine. And now I'm gonna put this here. Let's try to put it in the layout. Desktop layout. That containers, that's for desktop, and the same thing for mobile. Topic input, yes. And does it compile? It does. Let's try test. Send. Crash. Wonderful. Because, of course. It should be these props because it's a prop. How about now? A, B, C, D. No error. Wonderful. As you can see, it gets sent. That's nice. So what we need to do next is pass, I need to proxy the message to all the other clients. And after that, we're gonna display the messages. But I think that's enough for now. I'm gonna take a break. Maybe I'll come back later, maybe not. So thank you for watching, even though it was a private stream accidentally. But well. So, see ya. Oh, actually let me commit that. I'm not gonna bore you with that. So